Good morning, and welcome to your AIDailyPress morning podcast for August 19, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. We have several significant stories to cover today. Firstly, the conflict between Russia and Ukraine continues to escalate, with reports of North Korean missiles being used in Ukraine and suggestions that Ukraine may develop its own ballistic missiles capable of striking Russia. The international community is calling for a peaceful resolution, and we will continue to monitor developments closely. In other news, government borrowing costs have surged to their highest level in nearly 2 decades, sparked by the ongoing Iran war and persistent inflation concerns. This increase in borrowing costs is expected to have far-reaching implications, including higher mortgage and credit card rates for consumers. The global oil price has risen above $120 a barrel, and inflation remains a pressing concern, with prices rising 5.1% in July compared to the same period last year. Meanwhile, Afghanistan's labor market continues to face significant challenges, with female labor force participation dipping to 14%, making it the second lowest rate in the world. The International Labor Organization is calling for increased investment in labor force data gathering and urging policymakers to address the significant demographic and institutional changes in the labor market since 2021. These stories highlight the complex and interconnected nature of global events, and we will continue to provide updates and analysis on these developing stories. And that's the way it is, August 29, 2024. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Firstly, tensions between the United States and Iran continue to escalate, with President Trump claiming the Strait of Hormuz as U.S. territory. This move has been met with resistance from the Iranian government, which asserts its sovereignty over the region. The situation is further complicated by contradictory shipping data and the ongoing conflict that began in February, which has led to economic pressures on Iran and growing discontent among American voters. In another development, the United States and South Korea have agreed to shorten their joint military drills, a decision made after President Trump ordered the Pentagon to reduce the exercises. This move is seen as an attempt to ease tensions with North Korea, but many experts warn that it could weaken the U.S.-South Korea alliance and undermine their ability to respond to potential security threats from North Korea. Lastly, in the world of cybersecurity, the U.S. Department of Justice has unsealed an indictment charging 10 Iranian nationals with conducting a massive cyber theft campaign on behalf of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. The alleged hacking campaign targeted hundreds of universities, dozens of companies, and at least 5 U.S. state and federal government agencies, successfully penetrating roughly 8,000 professor email accounts across 320 U.S.-based universities and 100 universities in other countries. These stories are complex and multifaceted, with far-reaching implications for global politics, regional stability, and our digital security. We will continue to monitor these situations and provide updates as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. First, concerns over a potential slowdown in China and Japan have sparked fears of a broader downturn. Weaker than expected data from both countries has renewed pressure on policymakers to support growth, with economists expecting some form of stimulus in the coming weeks and months. In the U.S., home improvement retailer Home Depot is set to release its earnings report, which will be closely watched by investors and analysts. The company's ability to navigate the challenging housing market environment and maintain its growth momentum will be put to the test. Despite ongoing weakness in the housing market, Home Depot has a strong track record of investing in its professional and maintenance-related categories, which could help it weather the storm. Meanwhile, tensions between the U.S. and Canada continue to escalate as the deadline for the imposition of tariffs on Canadian goods approaches. A resolution to the trade dispute remains elusive, leaving businesses and investors bracing for the potential impact. The standoff has sparked fears of a prolonged trade war, which could have far-reaching consequences for the global economy. As we navigate these complex economic issues, It's essential to keep a long-term perspective and not get caught up in short-term market fluctuations. Remember, as I always say, don't panic, stay informed. We'll continue to bring you in-depth analysis and updates on these stories as they unfold. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, SpaceX has successfully recovered its Starship spacecraft after a test flight ended with an unexpected splashdown in the Indian Ocean. This achievement marks a significant milestone for the company, paving the way for future reusability and rapid turnaround of the vehicle. Secondly, scientists have uncovered a long-lost chapter in the Milky Way's history, revealing that our galaxy was involved in a major merger with a dwarf galaxy approximately 0.8 billion years after the Big Bang. This discovery provides new insights into the formation and evolution of the Milky Way. Lastly, tensions between the US and China are rising as both countries vie for dominance in lunar exploration and development. With private companies like SpaceX playing an increasingly prominent role, the future of space exploration will be shaped by a complex interplay of government agencies, commercial interests, and international rivalries. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, Von Miller's unconventional offer to teammate Hunter Luepke for his jersey number has sparked debate, with some viewing it as a lighthearted gesture and others seeing it as an insult. The offer of a lifetime supply of chicken from Miller's Texas-based company, Greener Pastures Chicken, has left many wondering what Luepke will decide. In NASCAR, Denny Hamlin has reclaimed the top spot in the power rankings following a strong performance at Richmond, while Joey Logano's recent win has propelled him into a potential championship contender. Lastly, as the college football season approaches, the Miami Hurricanes are heavily favored to win the Atlantic Coast Conference Championship, with odds of -150 to take home the title. However, other teams like Virginia Tech, with their new head coach James Franklin and favorable schedule, are considered sleeper picks. As we continue to follow these stories, one thing is certain: the world of sports is full of unexpected twists and turns. This is Howard, bringing you the latest updates and analysis on the AI Daily Press morning podcast. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. As we begin this new day, I would like to take a moment to reflect on the stories that have been unfolding across our nation. From the rolling hills of rural America to the vibrant cities that dot our landscape, there's a rich tapestry of experiences waiting to be explored. In recent days, we've seen significant developments in the world of environmental policy. The Trump administration has announced plans to rescind the roadless rule, a move that could potentially open up millions of acres of national forests to road construction, drilling, and logging. This decision has been met with criticism from environmental groups, who argue that it will have devastating consequences for our country's ecosystems and wildlife. As we consider the implications of this policy shift, it's worth remembering the importance of preserving our natural heritage. From the majestic old-growth forests to the sparkling streams and rivers that flow through them, these environments are not only essential for the health of our planet, but also provide a sense of wonder and awe that can inspire and uplift us. In contrast to the controversy surrounding environmental policy, we've also seen some exciting news in the world of music. The Allman Betts Family Revival Tour is gearing up to celebrate its 10th anniversary with a star-studded lineup of rotating guests, including Robert Randolph, Sierra Hull, and Luther Dickinson. This tour promises to bring people together, transcending divisions and celebrating the power of music to unite us. And if that's not enough, we've also got an exciting new nationwide tour on the horizon, featuring a diverse range of performers from rock bands to singer-songwriters and pop artists. With stops in over 20 cities, this festival is sure to provide something for every musical taste, and its organizers are committed to creating an unforgettable experience that will leave a lasting impression on all who attend. As we move forward into this new day, I invite you to join me in reflecting on the stories that shape our world. From the dignity of ordinary work to the beauty of everyday life, there's so much to appreciate and celebrate about American life. So let's take a deep breath, savor the moment, and see where the journey takes us. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. Good morning, folks. It's your favorite lifestyle expert, Joan, here to dish out the latest scoop on the most coveted home decor, must-haves, and celebrity news. If you're anything like me, you love scoring luxury for less, and today I've got the inside scoop on a sale that's too good to pass up. Lola Blankets, the plush throw brand adored by A-listers like Oprah Winfrey, Selena Gomez, and Simone Biles, is offering an exclusive 50% discount site-wide with our code. But first, let's talk about the latest news in the entertainment industry. The talented actress Hayden Panettiere passed away suddenly at the age of 32, leaving behind a legacy of iconic roles in TV shows like Heroes and Nashville. Her fans and colleagues are still reeling from the shock, and many have taken to social media to express their condolences. In other news, Marilyn Monroe's enduring legacy continues to inspire new generations. A new Barbie doll collection featuring the Hollywood icon has been released, and an exhibit at the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures in Los Angeles is showcasing some of her most iconic movie costumes, including the legendary Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend pink dress. Now, back to that amazing sale. With Lola Blankets' commitment to quality and their OK Tech Standard 100 certified faux fur, you can trust that you're getting the best. And with nearly 10,000 reviews on their website alone, it's safe to say that Lola Blankets have a loyal following. So what are you waiting for? Head on over to Lola Blankets' website, use our exclusive code, and get ready to cozy up with the stars. Trust me, your wallet will thank you. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, a recent study has found microplastics in the digestive systems of Amazon vampire bats and other wildlife, raising concerns about the impact of pollution on the environment and human health. This discovery emphasizes the importance of reducing plastic pollution and improving waste management practices in the Amazon region. Secondly, in the Philippines, indigenous elders and conservationists are working together to document and preserve the sacred ties between local communities and the country's endemic bird species. This initiative not only aims to safeguard the birds, but also the rich cultural heritage and traditional knowledge of the indigenous people. Lastly, a growing movement is highlighting the importance of indigenous food sovereignty, recognizing the intricate link between the preservation of traditional foods, cultural heritage, and the well-being of both people and the planet. It's essential to support indigenous communities and their knowledge systems, which have helped sustain species and landscapes for generations. These articles remind us of the urgent need for collective action to protect our environment, preserve cultural heritage, and promote sustainable practices. We must prioritize the well-being of both people and nature to ensure a more diverse, resilient, and sustainable future. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.